shot.
Hello YouTube, Dogfoot9 here, and welcome to my tips for tank superiority. Now if you don't know, tank superiority is a new game mode which was released with Armored Kill, and is quite enjoyable, but some people think it's just all out tank warfare, but however it's one of the most tactical game modes in the game, and I'm going to explain why. You've got to control that objective, and if you don't control that objective well and you don't have tanks around it, using the tactics which I'm going to give to you today and the tips, then you'll be wiped out. So one of the first tips is to use the environment around the objective. So that objective, if you don't have it, is going to be very hard to take back. So you've got to protect it at all costs. And the start is very good. The start is the most important bit of the match, and if you don't get off to a good start, like you're waiting for another tank, if you didn't get in one at the start and the enemy team take the objective, it's going to be very hard to get back, as they will all be concentrating on that objective. So use the environment around the objective when you've got it. And one thing you just saw me do there was me and OJ were in a tank together, and if I got hit, one person would stay in the tank and fight off the person who was attacking us, and then the other person would get out and repair. So we call this like a maintenance man and a gunner. Now the maintenance man can always hop out and use his rockets because he's probably going to be an engineer, and the gunner can just stay in there and absolutely hammer anyone else going up there. So using the environment is good, and then using your maintenance man. So get in a squad, take a couple of friends into tank superiority, and you'll do really well. And now the third tip, I would use zoom optics. Now people have been using smoke, but mainly people are going to be in tanks. That's why it's called tank superiority. There's hardly anyone who's using javelins, and if they are using javelins, they're playing the game mode wrong, because unless they're sitting on an ammo pack and they're constantly getting new rockets given to them, then they're not going to be very much good on the battlefield. So try always to use zoom optics and not IR smoke. And another tip I've got, it's not the most useful tip, but if you are trapping the enemy team in their base and you know you're going to win the match, you might as well push up. And one thing I like to do when I push up is the person who's your teammate, if they're running support, like OJ was, or if you're running engineer, what you can do is you can act as a distraction to another tank, get into a fight with it, and then your teammate can run up, C4 the tank, or rocket it from a distance, and then the tank will just get blown up, and you two will hopefully be alright, unless the tank gets a couple of lucky shots off on the engineer or support guy who's helping you. And this can work in tanks as well. If someone's in a tank battle with another tank, you can always sneak up behind the enemy tank and shoot it, and they won't know what's happening because they'll already be in a tank battle. So yeah, now moving on to something like armoured shield, there's all these like rocks and everything around. If you use them well, then you're going to win the match, because you can always move behind them after you've taken a shot, and especially at long range, if you know the enemy tank is about to fire, move out of the way, because they'll have probably pulled the trigger and the shell will be on its way towards you. So pull behind that rock and only come out from behind it when you're firing that. And that's a tactic which people use in normal battlefield, and it will probably help you quite a bit in normal battlefield as well. But when you're in tank superiority, I would do that. Go behind rocks on armoured shield, go behind the rocks on Alborz Mountain, or use the sand dunes and all the sand hills around the objective on Bandhard Desert to your advantage. So yeah, just to recap, use the distraction methods, use the environment, especially on Death Valley, because that bridge is amazing. Have a maintenance man. And the last one, which people have been using quite a bit, is running little packs and hunt down single tanks together as a pack, because then the single tank will be confused and won't know what to do. So yeah guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.